Stress can cause you to be pre-diabetic and cause insulin resistance. And that just blew my mind.
Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a camera. You don't really did know you are.
Welcome back to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Tatiana and I am on a mission to lose 50 pounds. Now, if you saw my last video, I'm officially down 16 pounds. And one of the things that I can contribute to losing that 16 pounds is intermittent fasting. Now, initially, I was very skeptical about intermittent fasting. My husband has been intermittent fasting for years and I just couldn't get into it. I'm a person who gets very hangry. I have low iron and just various things like that. So I was like, I don't think intermittent fasting is for me. So over the past couple of years since I had my daughter, actually, let me back it up. I had my daughter in 2022. My starting weight before the pregnancy was 150 pounds. My ending weight was 210 pounds. And I sort of hovered around 190 for the past 3 years. She's 3 years old now. And so it blew my mind because I went back to work when my daughter was 4 months old. And I thought like, oh, I'm busy. I have all these things going on. I have my 4-year-old. I'm taking him to school. I'm working full time. I'm running around. The weight has to slide off. Didn't slide off. In addition to all that, working full time, having a baby, taking, my child to kindergarten and all that, and going to beauty school, I was like, the weight's going to slide off. The weight did not slide off. And I'm like, what's going on? Because usually, if I'm running around, if I'm busy, if I'm on go, I can lose the weight. It was not happening. That weight was not coming off. When I found out that I'm considered pre-diabetic back in April, in May, when I really started to get on top of things, I'm like, all right, I'm in the gym 4 days a week. I'm cutting out the refined sugar. What else can I do? So I started watching YouTube videos, of course, because that's what we all do. And I found this creator by the name of Bonnie Ray. And she was doing a what I eat in a day video. So she was using the Lose It app. And so I was like, oh, let me download that app. Let me try it out. So I go to use the app and it's asking me all of my specifics. It's asking me about my weight. It's asking me about my health. So I put into the app, hey, I'm pre-diabetic. So the Lose It app immediately suggested that I do intermittent fasting, which, at that time I'm very skeptical about. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. Like, I'm busy. I'm running around. I can't be starving myself. That was my thought. I was like, I can't be starving myself, right? So I put all my information in the app. I started using the app, still skeptical. I was like, let me reach out to my doctor to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So reached out to my doctor. My doctor's like, absolutely. The Lose It app was suggesting that I fast from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is an overnight fast, which would be much easier because for most of the fast, I would be asleep. So I was like, okay, well, I usually try to eat before 7 p.m. because the kids go down around 8:30, and that's like the trenches of bedtime routine hours. So I'm not eating past 7 p.m. Now I'm gonna back it up and keep it real transparent with y'all. Over the years, I've been so stressed with like work, the kids, and work-life balance that like I oftentimes wouldn't eat a lot during the day, which was also puzzling because I was like, I don't even eat a lot and I'm not losing the weight. But I wouldn't eat much during the day, and then at night, once the kids went down, once the house got really quiet, I'm going all in with the snacks. Girl, I'm all in the pantry in the kids' snacks. And I'm like, all right, that can't be helping either, right? So this may be a good thing for me. If most of the time that I am fasting, I'm going to be asleep, I think I could do it. So I started doing it the first weekend. It wasn't hard at all because I don't even eat until like 8 a.m. I don't even eat until like the kids are all dressed and ready and out the door or settled in. So I don't really eat until 8 a.m. anyway. So I was like, well, I could do this. So of course I still have to do my own research. I was like, let me just find out, all the benefits of this and if this is really for me. I want to do it. I want to lose the weight. It seems like something to do, but let me just find out why it would be good for me. The thing that really stuck out to me, something that every single article, every single doctor that I watched talk about was one, how cortisol levels, like the cortisol hormone feeds into like insulin resistance. So stress can cause you to be pre-diabetic and cause insulin resistance. And that just blew my mind, because I'm like, I've spent the last 3 years running around, being stressed out, really having a lot of difficulty finding work-life balance, and not even thinking like, that's why I can't get this weight off. That's why this belly fat is off the rails, because stress also contributes to belly fat. And like I told y'all in my bloating video, I've never had so much belly fat in my life. So I find that out and I'm like, insulin resistance. So it's not only the sugar, it's the stress. It's the lack of work-life balance. It's overextending myself. It's, saying yes when I should be saying no. And that's when I was like, in addition to like changing the things that I eat, I have to figure this out. I got to start, like, my husband and I talked. He's like, oh, I'll clean up on these days. My older son, he takes care of loading the dishwasher and unloading the dishwasher and taking out the trash. I started offloading tasks. Like, okay, everybody has to, help. Everybody has to do something, because stress is contributing to my insulin resistance. In addition to intermittent fasting, the Lose It app also suggested that I work in like a calorie deficiency. So my daily calories are around 1370, and I can snap every single thing that I eat. I can speak it into the app. I can take a picture of it and it will log everything so that I know the exact amount of calories that I'm taking in every day. I also understand the nutritional value of what I'm taking in. And, that also is going a long way for me, because there are certain things that I did not know were as dense as they are. I've been doing that for this entire month. And in the first week of intermittent fasting, I lost 5 pounds and my stomach started to flatten. I noticed an immediate difference in the bloating. I didn't have that discomfort in my stomach, way less gassy, you know what I mean? And I was just like, wow, this is going a long way. It's also created that awareness of what I eat. Now that I understand the nutritional value of what I'm eating as well, I make better choices. I'm planning my meals throughout the week. I'm like, okay, when I go grocery shopping during the weekend, I'm like, what am I having Monday? What am I having Tuesday? What am I having Wednesday? Because now I'm at a point where I've made so much progress that I don't want to slip up. So intermittent fasting is an eating cycle that sort of oscillates between eating and fasting. Now, in my case, I do a 12-12. So I fast for 12 hours and I eat for 12 hours. So over the past month, in addition to intermittent fasting, I have been operating in a calorie deficiency. I have also been working out 4 times a week, at the very least 4 times a week. So I do 2 days in the gym, I do Pilates on Sundays, and I take a walk. I try to do 2 times a week, but I do 2 miles at least once a week. I've also cut refined sugar. In addition to that, I focus primarily on eating protein and veggies. Another thing I keep in mind is that fruit breaks down into sugar and it can spike your blood sugar. So you have to be really careful with the fruit that you eat. Having intermittent fasting as a part of my weight loss journey has helped me out a ton, because I now have a heightened awareness around what time I eat, when I eat, and what I eat. So before, I would emotionally eat a lot, especially with the stress of like, the drop-offs, the pickups, my toddler running around while I'm working full-time. I would be emotionally eating chocolate. I would be ordering fast food. I'd be doing all of those things. Now I'm much more aware of what I'm eating and I understand my cutoff time. So I'm like, by 6 p.m., I'm like, I need to have my food on the plate by like 6 p.m., 6:30 max, so that I'm not going past that 7 p.m. time to eat. So oftentimes now I'm having a light breakfast around 8 a.m. I'm eating a snack around 10 a.m. I'm having lunch around noon. I'm having another light snack around 3 p.m. and then I'm eating around 6 p.m. So that way I kind of stay on track. I know my schedule. And something else that I've done too is set little alarms here or there, or associate them. So when I pick my son up from school, I usually know that I have a snack coming up. And when I prepare his after school snacks and my toddler snacks, I usually will prepare my own little healthy snack, because I know that we snack around the same time. Another thing that intermittent fasting has helped me with is cravings. I used to have a lot of cravings at night. I would crave ice cream. I'd want to grab a Ben and Jerry's because I had been stressed out all day working and with the kids, and I deserved a treat. And now I don't desire those things. I don't desire something sweet after I eat food. I don't know when that happened. I think that happened after my pregnancy, but I was never a, I want something sweet kind of person until after I had my baby girl, and I would have something sweet every night, and that was not helping me at all. And I feel like intermittent fasting has really helped me like curb those cravings. I don't have them anymore. I have sort of trained my brain and my body to understand that, you know, we're not taking those things in anymore. Intermittent fasting is also linked to gut health. So gut health is immediately linked to brain function, and intermittent fasting helps with like clarity. It also helps with memory and preventing Alzheimer's. So that's also something I've noticed since I've been intermittent fasting. In addition to like eating cleaner, I've had a lot more clarity. I still struggle with work-life balance, with working full-time, having a toddler at home, having a kid in elementary school, the drop-offs, the pickups, finding activities, finding things to do over the weekend, keeping my sanity. And I've noticed since I've been eating cleaner and intermittent fasting, I've just had a lot more calmness. I've been able to come up with solutions before I get really flustered. Now, it's just been going a really long way for me. So with the combination of intermittent fasting, a calorie deficient diet, working out at least 4 times a week, cutting refined sugar, so cutting sugar and carbs, I am down 16 pounds. I've lost belly fat. In addition to that, bloating is down like 70%. It's a busy weekend for us, but I wanted to make sure I got in a little chat with y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've done intermittent fasting and how it worked out for you. Also, as y'all know, I am not a health professional. So if this is something that you decide to do, please make sure you check with your physician before you do it. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.